Warning, this video is intended for audiences who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Alright, Tariq, hey, so I think Nerve might be the next one to die now. I am, right now, my odds are not looking good. I was putting a lot of money on Nerve to be the remaining family member by the end of this series, right?
My thing was, I'm still curious about whether, so we got 4 stomachs left.
Yeah.
Like a cow, we have 4 stomachs left.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think that, Glotta and, I guess maybe Nielv might, I'm curious about whether or not, based on Nielv tinkering with, what he's been tinkering with, I'm curious about whether or not he's gonna, jump in himself, or he's just gonna, look,
hey. We saw him messing with that bake magnum, it's like, oh,
yeah, but I'm saying, hey, Longo, hey, oh, boy, hey, do you want a gun? Hey, Glotta, do you want a gun? Jeeb, do you want a gun? He's just, not gonna actually, be the one to, make the...
Oh, he's not gonna be able to ask you. He's like, I'm smart. Hey, I care about my survivability,
Hey.
Just because I said this suit is indestructible armor, right?
Yeah.
I want someone else to try out the indestructible armor first, right? It's called R&D
to make sure that
reason.
it's actually indestructible.
Right, I didn't figure where the fault line is, right? Because that's the thing, right? There's probably a bad seam around at some point, I gotta work out the kinks. So, let's have you.
A good ethical scientist never tries the experiment on themselves.
Right.
That's why. That's why everybody loves Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist.
Right. All right, hey, it is Kamen Rider Gavv, episode 33, one-hit kill over Gavv.
Yeah. Ooh, hey, we're back. Hey, it's big boy Gavv. It's big boy Shoma. We're all your favorites are here. Kamen Rider Gavv. Kamen Rider Bake. Shoma doing fucking cleaning services. Hey, he's got the little dusting wand, just like in the opening.
Well, we're finally back to our normal pace of the show.
Yeah,
right?
Things have gotten back to our normal pace of the show. Oh my god, is that a drug den? Is that a drug den? I think that's a drug den.
Oh my god, man, it's crazy, man. I was like, I don't know how Shoma knew that is a supposed, it just looks like a regular.
He just saw some kind of unleased building and went, that would oh man, my siblings would definitely sell drugs in there. They would definitely be fucking...
It doesn't help, right? Right, because when we cut to inside that building, it's a big open space, but from every time we have cut to them, busting down on a venue...
Every time that the agents have picked up presses, it has been in a closet space.
Right, is it a dark shitty ass back room, right? This room is too big, right?
It seems I would say it seems like a place that a part-timer would try to create some overly elaborate scheme to sneak people in, but it's not I think that the agents are there fucking smuggling shit over.
Right, right? There's too much space here, No. Hey, say what you want about the agent, but there's a reason why they're the commanders, the generals, right, of the operation, hey. No one sees us, we're in a small room, right? There's one way in, one way out, right? If you go in, we go out, right? Right, it's just look, it's one direction, all right? By the time you enter the room, we have jumped out the window and you cannot find us, right? But yeah, I don't know. I think the show just run to this building, just randomly funny to me. It's oh, all right, yeah, so yeah. I guess now you're actually making a serious
causing
thing.
Sachika to immediately freak out because she's oh shit, are we on? Fight? Are we having is this an actual fight? What's going on?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. I think it's real funny how he's just like, oh, what? Never mind. Never mind. But my bad. Hey, look. Sometimes I just burst into other people's house unannounced, thinking they're drug dealers, right? A common mistake happens all the time, right? But just in case, hey, anyone here illegally, right? You want to turn yourself in? By the way, I got $1,000.
Nope, nobody's here. Meanwhile, back in the cave, everybody. This is an episode where, while so many people are like,
boy, this is also
there is a front-facing storyline. The majority of what's happening here is in the background because it's Nielv, Dente.
It's also a story about big convenience, right? Obviously, we have to take suspension of disbelief, but it's honestly very convenient that Uncle Dente was happened to be winking at us, or else everyone would have fucking died.
Hey, he said in the last episode that he's got to get his shit together before he gets
right. Look, now that they
gets doged.
To be fair, now that they technically Nerve knows where he lives, right? Right, he knows
exactly where the fuck he lives. He's like, listen, he could come get me at any moment. I'm gonna just, rip out some teeth and put shit together.
And look, I played Monster Hunter. I know this will make something, right? I got to put right? Get some of that Raptor scale in, right? I got the drop material from this, right?
That Tigrex mod? Yeah, oh yeah, I'm ripping that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in the spirit of everything happening all at once, Longo somehow is still, despite being in charge of procurement, hasn't done jack shit. But now we've added, hey, what if we put this fucking, hold on. Actually, wait, hold on. I'm just gonna look up senior advisor to the president. Now that we've added him to this piece, the senior advisor to the president of the Granute world, not in any way similar to anything else, has been added to the mix, and he is like, oh yeah, I'll jump right the fuck in. I'm not addicted to power or anything.
Mm-hmm. Right. And look, I got he quickly got accustomed to his new demoted role, right?
Yeah.
I guess he's.
I'm what is this called? A human? I'm a centipede guy, and I wear a cummerbund around my fucking waist, which is honestly the most, should have been the first fucking, stealth move that the part-timers used.
I think we established
we're all the opera. We have cummerbunds.
I think at this point we established that Hanto is just really bad, and it doesn't help, right? That immediately within this episode, when we come to Lakia, he did a better job of deducing.
Oh yeah. To be fair to Hanto, Magen immediately took his mask off around Lakia by going, "Ooh, does this rock taste good?" Like, if he came up to Hanto and was like, I'm knobbing on rocks, then yeah, that would have been pretty fucking easy.
I don't know. What if Hanto was really to follow this mysterious guy?
Yeah, Hanto is very smooth-brained. I'm just saying, if he had been overtly eating rocks, I think that even Hanto would have been like, wait a minute.
Anytime he just immediately follows this guy's like, hey, and the guy just keeps repeating the stuff and he's saying it. Yes, oh yeah, either way,
oh,
yes.
that person. Oh yeah, I know that.
I know where that person is. Yeah, follow me. Follow me, you know, you can trust me. And then let's just walk 5 miles away from this location.
Yeah, let's walk all the way up this hill where that person definitely totally lives.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick the shit out of you and throw you into the fucking wall.
Oh, yeah, man, he immediately gets his ass beat. Yeah, you know, right.
Yes. It turns out centipedes ain't nothing to fuck with.
Oh, man, those things are scary, you know, right? They got all those fucking legs, you know, they're just scurrying around, you know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it gives enough time to like, all right, I guess I'm out of here, you know.
Yep, I've made my statement. It's time to leave. Shoma and Sachika are working on a kite, but oh no, here's fucked up Honto.
Man, also the fact that they decide to do this within the office is insane. I feel like this will be like an outdoor activity for them to test. I guess they're testing out
I guess they had the.
Once again, going back to the weird suit analogy we made earlier, I guess they're looking for like any steam stem lines broken. You know, gotta make sure that the air is properly flowing through. You know, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Hato goes like, hey, I got beat real good. Oh, it's really bad. You know, right?
Yeah. This guy showed up. He beat the shit out of me. He
outsmarted me, by the way. You guys need to look out. Watch
man.
Out for him.
Oh,
he's a
God.
master technician.
Oh, I got bullied. Hey, Mommy Sachika. Oh, he bullied me. Hey. Oh, I got bullied.
Oh, you guys gotta watch out for this guy. He is using advanced tactics He has definitely studied the art he has still studied the art of war, you know, right? He got me good. He tricked me.
Deceive your enemy so that you deceive your enemy. Look, I'm not very good at reading, even though I'm a freelance writer.
Right, but yeah, it's just funny how he just gets beat. He's just like, all right, well, look, I gotta count this as my loss. I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know, right? Also, Lockie's just in a river, I guess. You know, he's just like,
yeah. Look, he's looking for rocks. He's teaching his Gochi again in the weird aspect of like Lockia's Gochizo don't disappear. These Gochizo have been around, honestly, other than Cake King, have been around the longest. Like, they have the most accrued time of, like, being alive. So that means that he's like, okay, so clearly you guys aren't going away. So I think I need to teach you guys about, like, hey, this is the birds and the bees. This is just, like, these are the good rocks. You want to get the rocks with, like, the nice striations. You want to get the rocks. We don't want the grainy stuff. We don't want sandstone. Ugh. No. Yeah. We're looking for like.
Yeah, I guess Gochizos can eat rocks, right? You know.
Well, Granutes can, and then they send out their Gochizos to get rocks. I guess. He's
so you just teach it up so that sounds like, hey, you guys ever scurry out? You know? Yeah, I guess.
It's a Pikmin situation where it's like, hey, listen, I need you to go out and get like, I need you to get the obsidian, okay? That's the best kind of like rock that you can get. If you can't get the obsidian, then you gotta like, don't just give me like the gravel that's like around like on the street.
Oh, yeah, give me some look for diamonds. Give me some lapis lazuli.
Yeah, we gotta get those smooth pebbles, right? Okay, we can't. We're not doing things that way. Okay?
Look! These humans are idiots. You know, they just leave this stuff laying around. They don't know what they're missing out on. You know, right?
Oh my god, the absolute flavor palette on quartz. Oh, you can't believe it.
Right? I just think it's so funny how he just talked to Gochizos like this, right? He's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look.
Dumbass, you two idiots. Get me the fucking, like, I want the rubies with the, like, garnet inlay or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if Lakia is taken to a jewelry store, I think that he just eats the whole store.
Man, I'm amazed they haven't done that yet, you know, right? We have not gotten an episode where Lakia hangs around a jewelry store yet, you know. Hey, maybe they ever decide to do like a little crossover, you know, with their sister series, you know, right? Over in the Super Sentai universe.
No. I mean, I don't really get what you're saying, but like, I don't think that there's any need to bring rings into this.
I'm not talking about rings, I'm just talking about, another Sentai-based season. Probably one that aired,
I don't think we gotta bring anything gem-related or sparkly-related. I don't think that any of that has to, show up in here.
Look, I'm just saying, right? Look, what was it? Reed Richards can be portrayed by John Krasinski and Pedro Pascal, right? It's amazing, right?
Or it could just be portrayed by no one. Or we could just, ignore, all of that other stuff and just be fine.
Right? Also, I love how, on the Granute phone, when they show photos of Gavv, Valen
and Vram.
Right? They're using the press release photos of the suit and not like the shitty blurry screenshots. Oh man, these are nice, but where the fuck did they get these photos?
Listen, hey, if I've learned anything from the deep state, it's that there are agents everywhere.
They're the one they're the one that's getting photos of these Kamen Riders, in their nice cool action dynamic hero pose. I don't know. I just think it's funny when they use the photo using the press, the promotional photos of the respective writers and actors. Right? I was like, oh man, these are really nice shots. That I guess the stomach ache just happens to have, right? They got recon on these image, right? But Locke immediately figures, I seen that driver. I can tell the difference between a
because I'm not racist. I do know the difference between. I don't have face blindness or I'm not racist, so right. I do know the difference between
a black Gavv and a red Gavv.
Shoma's Gavv, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, what's going on here? Right? It's also real funny right as after Lakia figures out, we cut to Hato. That's what happened, by the way. Right? He's explained the situation, right? Because he has to do his big detective moment to the rest of the game. That's how I figured it out.
Yeah, right? I solved the whole thing except I'm fucked up and bleeding.
Look, what's it? That's he outsmarted me, right? That's he out, right? Look, he lured me into a good trap, He got me in a moment of weakness, all right? Look, he did not best me, all right? I bested myself, all right? Right? It's still a win in my book if you think about it. Okay.
Yeah, if you really, really think about it, then that's okay.
I did a lot of work to find out how he had a Gavv, right? Mm-hmm. How he had the black Gavv,
I flipped up his fucking belly button, and then I was like, oh, he's a bad guy.
Yeah, right. Look, that's my journalism at work right there. Right? Also, so I don't remember if this was revealed when Sugar transformed into a bake, right? But did these cookie things appear when he transformed? No, right?
So this is the interesting thing. So if you remember from what was it? I guess last month's magazine scans. So one of the things that was confusing about it was hey, here's Dark Shoma, and it was okay, and we got the whatever the Baki sticks.
Yeah.
Form teased, and then we also got and here's Kamen Rider Bake, but here's Kamen Rider Bake with the the black Gavv or purple Gavv or whatever the fuck they called it, and it was oh, so is bitter Gavv gonna turn into Kamen Rider Bake?
Mm-hmm. Right? Is that the next evolution for these?
I think that when it's the Bake Magnum, you get the weird convection oven that Shuga
probably because
had,
of the bake. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
And then when it's based off of what the bitter Shomas make, it becomes right,
because these are the exact same suits, right?
The little Oreo tray of cookies.
Okay, no. There's a different undersuit with that. Sure, it's the same armor bits, but there's a different undersuit. Fine, whatever.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Sure, why not? But yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just think these. Say, I have no problem with the cookies appearing. right? But the giant plastic cookie trays, that show was just real
You
fucking
gotta
funny.
keep them in place. You gotta keep the
I don't
cookies
know
in
why.
place.
It's just really fucking funny. Like there's like when Nerve designed this Kochi, I was like, oh yeah, hey, I'm gonna program in the plastic cookie shells, the plastic shells that cookies are in, you know, right?
Look, as the elves said, hey, we were trading information consentingly. We're both consenting adults, okay? We just pass things back and forth with full consent, okay?
Right, but yeah, I don't know. I just think it's real funny with the stupid plastic with the plastic cookie tray that just shows up behind him when he transforms. But yeah, was it the strawberry pudding, Gochizo, whatever?
No, regular. Oh yeah, the jelly pudding Gochizo decides to go. Hey, I could stay and help out Master, or I could call for help.
Yeah, I don't. Even though technically I cannot die, right? But I assume that they can still die if they are attacked, but they just don't die from exhaustion, you know. But all right,
yeah,
so I assume.
Yeah.
Hey, I
Jelly
choose to live.
Gochizo is just Jelly Gochizo just goes. Oh shit! Oh fuck! This is bad. Hey, go get the other grand human. Go get him.
Right? Also, I think it's real funny when he talks to Showa and they cut to the Gochizo, and for him speaking, Showa's actor just has to move his hand to simulate motions, right? I don't know, it's just
Look.
I understand not everything could be like giant hand puppets.
It's still better than the shit with fucking what was it? The stupid ass grasshopper.
Hopper 1?
Not 01. Hopper 1 in fucking yeah. Cause that was just like him shaking like a toy, like that was like a Cabbage Patch Doll sized, and that's just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna play with this in my fingers, like that's fine, that's better.
Yeah, but just real funny when he did that close up shot of Shoba's hand in the pudding and the jelly. It's just him like waggling his hand around to simulate it talk. I don't know. It's just real funny. But that was like, hey, look, I understand. Look, I just want the best thing you do. You know, we gotta simulate this thing talking. This thing doesn't have a mouth. You know, right? It's not sentient enough. Yeah, you know, right? Is that smart enough? Like the two brothers, caramel frappe. You know, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, hey, look, Hanto's out of it this episode. He's like, all right, man, I can't really do anything. You guys got this, right? You guys don't need me, you know, right? You guys can handle this, right? Sancho's like, I don't think so. Let me go get some help, yeah, you know, right? Hey, look, at this point, hey, like, this is too much, you know. I'm just gonna at this point, hey, look, instead of just sitting around, you know, I'm gonna talk to someone about this instead. Right, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Right, sometimes it's better to go. Hey, beep 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 beep. SOS. Things are actually bad right now. Please help.
Right, so let me go ask Uncle Dente for some help. You know, right. But yeah, Shoma arrives. Right. Shoma arrives. Nerve's here. He's like, oh hey, what's up? Oh, hey,
it's time for Blizzard Sorbet. Blizzard Sorbet doing. The Bay's work.
Mm-hmm. Right. Look, this entire fight scene is extremely awkward. Right. You know, did you?
Well, because they have to do it because this is the interesting thing that's happened because of like both Shoma and Hanto's like power up forms being like ice based is that they've invested so heavily on like it's ice based. So they're making ice all the time. So they're fighting on ice. And it's like, yeah, but we decided to, like, double down on that ice environment being, like...
Right, CG. It's also really weird. I don't know why they decided to go for an overhead shot. So whenever they did, like, any, like, jumping around, it just looks really awkward. Right? Right? Because they're not...
And if this had been... I mean, you don't... Even though I'm not... an ice cream person, you don't eat typically ice cream and shit like during the winter, but this feels like it should have been like the winter form.
Mm-hmm.
But that was too soon, I guess. And so it's like, okay, so we're dealing with like spring and like you're trying to use like a snow form and it's like, yeah, that's not gonna work probably.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this fight is extremely. I'm not a big fan of the direction that he did with this fight scene. Lockett gets shot. He gets down. Right. So there's been some talks now because of him getting shot down like that. Right. Do you consider this as an actual Lockyer L? Right? Because remember what I told you earlier. Right. Since his debut,
Lockyer has
never
lost
not
by himself. Yeah.
Right. But as soon as someone else joins the fight, he loses. Right. So.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Lockyer was getting his ass handed to him by himself, so I would say this might be the first Lockyer L.
Mm-hmm. Right, but we don't know. Look, he could have turned the time. Look, he still has this weird, stupid jellyfish tentacles. We haven't. He could have brought those out at the last second.
If the jelly Gochizo hadn't left him, he could have just turned invisible and ran.
Right, right. But are we counting this as an actual independent Lockyer L moment, or are we also grouping this under? Hey, if there's another rider on screen in the same fight, then it's a lost situation. Right? Yeah. What are we personally feeling on this? Right?
Yeah.
Right, but Lockyer gets immediately. He's just there. Right. Sachika goes to Dete like, hey, boy, hey, you're missing some teeth. Don't like how she just points to this old guy's private parts like, oh, I thought like, is this supposed to be like a weird sexual harassment joke involving old men and young?
No, she just knows. She just knows where the old man isn't performing like he used to. He's losing some of his spark, some of his sparkle, some of his gumption.
Right. But yeah, look, he made this stupid little jar, Here you go. But don't wait. But Sachika, right? Like Lockyer can actually deduce the situation. She's like, missing tooth. There's some tooth over there.
Yeah,
Those don't look.
That doesn't look that. Yeah, that don't look right.
Right. So I guess Uncle Dente is grounding up his teeth and he's making glass.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Hey.
Is that what he's doing?
Teeth is bones. Okay.
Right? I'm not exactly sure how his teeth...
bones is make material,
Right? I'm not sure how grinding up his teeth equal to like this weird stupid little jar thing,
Look, Monster Hunter logic, again, it's like, hey, you could make this with just like the flat like iron materials, the ore materials, or you could use monster materials, and those are probably gonna give you a better yield.
Yeah, hey, really, really glad that Uncle Decky also took glass work, because he fucking, it didn't occur to me now that when I'm rewatching this, but the word "over" is just imprinted on the front of the bottle. Like I knew there was a face on.
He made it a whole system to like reduce humans into sugary snacks. This man can do anything, okay?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just fucking funny how there's just like the word "over" just imprinted. I was like, oh yeah, man. I guess Uncle Dente has a lot of time in the cave, I guess when you're living in a cave,
he knows how to decal this shit.
Yeah, he'll just watch anything that goes up on YouTube. Like, all right, that's a fun. Hey, glass working, imprinting and glass. Yeah, fuck it, I'll try that for a weekend. I'll check that out. I'll see how well I can do this. But yeah, it's just before I'm rewatching this episode and now look at the close up of this stupid little jar. It's just the word "over" just chilling right there. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Sachika arrives with the jar. I think this is called the Gochizo pod,
Gochizo, which conveniently says the Gochi pod. Where it's conveniently, it's got the power of 100 Gochizo. No, it literally is 100 Gochizo. Hey, all your Gochizo, all your little Pokemons, they just had to jump in here right now.
Oh, did he invented PC? Oh, is Uncle Dente Bill? This is the PC and everything.
He is definitely Bill, where it's like, hey, this is someone's PC. And then it's like, no, actually, yeah, I did do that. Yeah, I did that.
Right. But yeah, I'm really glad that all the Gochios knew what to do was to nearly jump into like this little pod thing.
Eventually.
Yeah. Also, I don't think this thing is sentient. Right, as far as I'm aware of.
They let Shoma, like, mistakenly, like, turn it when it was empty.
Yeah,
And then
you think Uncle Dente could have
we
told
must sacrifice
Sachika that?
ourselves, lemming style, to our great leader.
Yeah. You think Uncle Dente should have told Sachika, hey, by the way, be sure to tell Shoma to throw all of his Gochizo into that thing, because as of right now, it's empty, you know?
Be sure to tell Shoma that, like, he's gonna lose a lot of it. Hey, be sure to tell yourself, you know all those Gochizo that you started to name, Sachika? Yeah, they're all gonna die. They're all gonna die.
Right? They're about to be sacrificed for a greater good, you know?
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, hey, I'll give Shoma props. He at least tries to fight off Mugen, Magen.
Oh, yeah. Magen, yeah. He used, hey, his tummy stomach, took the hit for him just like it needed to.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Show was trying his best, but yeah, all the power of the Gochizos now. They all join together as one. They get fucking liquefied. You know, right? I don't know.
It's all goo. It's all nice and gooey.
I don't know. I don't know why they need to cut to them getting all blended like that. I was like, all right, that's kind of a lot. You know, I did not need to see a bunch of Gojo get turned to jelly like that. You know.
Look, they all have to make a turn somewhere.
Yeah.
You know,
but yeah.
they gotta turn into their true form.
Yeah. So hey, look, it's over, Gavv. You know, right?
Yeah. It's over, Gavv, and I'm kind of over this Gavv.
Mm-hmm. You know, look, there's already. Hey, this is a 2-part final form, right? This thing has 2 forms. There is over form and master form. Right?
What's interesting to me is that this is similar to Barid Rex sort of thing with, like, Revice.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, okay, I get that this isn't the final form, but, like, this is, like, a 2-part final form, sort of, and am I supposed to be invested in this, or, like, we're gonna get another form, right? Like, besides this form and whatever the fuck the other
No, this is the final form. I think they confirmed that this is, in fact, his final form. This is not the penultimate, this is not a fucking, fuck, what was the form before Cosmic Saber, whatever the fuck? Not Primitive Dragon. Fuck, the one after...
Elemental Primitive Dragon.
Right, yeah, this is not an Elemental Dragon type of, like, this is like the build-up to it. No, this is his actual...
But that's why I'm saying, like, it's similar to... That's why I'm saying it's, like, similar to Revice, where it was like, okay, so then there was Barid Rex, and then there was Volcano Rex, Barid Rex, then there was the whole thing where Vice took over, and then there was the, like, lightning or tornado Revice or whatever the fuck that was. And then we finally got the one that was just like, anyway, it's 2 magnets. That's what we've actually been building up to this whole time. And I'm like, this can't be, like, understanding that this is a two-sided form, this can't be the final form, right? Like, I just can't believe that.
What is it? Yeah, man, I am not a big fan of the coloring of Overgab, you know, right? I think
it's so orange, and even when you look at
right, because that's the thing, you know. Right? Hey, that's been the main color gimmick of Gavv so far. Orange, you know. That's always been his thing, you know.
Yep.
Right? Unless they're actually pulling a big tease, and his actual form is like an actual like a combination of over and master form, right? Into the key, right? He's over master where the fuck, you know, right? There's actually a secret part 3 mode, right? I'm not feeling this for this form. It's actually just, it's really orange, you know, right? I don't like how, right? Like there's like so like there's not enough color breaks, you know, like his undersuit is purple, right? But I was like, that's not enough, you know, right? I feel like there was like color break within like the main armor bits, you know, it would look good. Right, because if you look at his helmet, he does have like hints of purple, right? In like his helmet.
If you look at the arms, like the undersuit seems to be that there is a seems to be that there is like the purple and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I just
I think this form is too orange for me. I feel like if there was like more color in this, right? There was like a little purple, right, in this form, and master form is purple with orange highlights, right? It will work. But through this form being towards, I'm not digging this for a final form. I'm not digging this as a final form. Also, he's just a big. He just has big hands, right? It's like, oh, I got whole hands.
Hey, you know what they say about big hands?
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, punch good. Me punch. Oh.
Yeah. Hey, I will say.
It's covering time. Right.
When Gavv punched Magen, I did go, oh, he killed him. He's dead. He's fully fucking dead. Like, he punched him through. I understand that, like, they're trying to, like, keep this character around for a bit, but, like, that was a murder punch. Like, that man fucking exploded through all
the he fucking flew through the mountains and everything, too,
Yeah.
Right? Also, real quick, people have been saying that this is now confirmation of Gavv being based on a kangaroo. And I'm like, is it? Is it?
Yeah, the thing that kangaroos famously do, punch people.
Right, hold on. Hey, I play Tekken, right? I've seen what, what's that, Roger, right? I think that's the name of the fucking...
I don't know, Kangaroo Jack... Was that not what Kangaroo Jack was called? I don't know.
Oh, no, yeah, the kangaroo is named Roger, right? I play Tekken 8, I know everything about, I don't understand how people are saying this is quote-unquote the smoking gun, right? For a big, is it the ears? Is that what it is? Are you guys always saying because of his stupid big ears, right? I was like, that could literally mean anything, right? A lot of animals in the animal kingdom have big stupid ears, right? Right, this could be a rabbit for all we know, right? They can hit us and say, oh no, this is actually a rabbit, This thing is, yeah. Also, there's a scene where they cut to Lakia, like, oh man, hey, power up, hey. That sounds like something I should get, Hey, I feel like everyone has gotten a power up.
Power-ups do feel good.
Yeah, I should get a power up too,
Sure
right?
would be great if I had a power up that didn't give me fucking cardiac arrest.
Right? Hold on. Oh, that's let me quickly pull it up. So apparently, from what I read, Toei is scrambling, right, to come up with Lakia's final form because
God, okay.
Right, because it turns out because once again, I don't know how Toei has been in this thing for like 50 years. I don't know how this point they're still trying to figure out, like, oh boy, will this sell with the kids, right?
How do we give the tertiary rider a fucking power-up form?
Right, I don't know how I Toei still reach a point, like, man, will Lakia be a popular character? Who knows? Are we forced at the last minute to design something for him? Right? Yeah. But yeah, so there was so apparently from what I read, Toei last minute decided to work on his final form. Like apparently they did. Apparently Toei legitimately thought, hey man, 2-4, that's all he needs, that's a banger, right? Yeah, right. What more do you want, right?
Well,
but yeah,
if there's anything to say about power forms, I think this meme says it all.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Overform, not feeling it. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of Overform. Right. It's why next week they decide to, hey, it turns out letting your old uncle, right, with missing teeth, mind you, he now has missing teeth, right, live in the mountains, probably a bad idea, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should bring him home and everything. All right. Is that all we gotta say about this week's episode?
Yeah. Hey, don't forget, kids. The moral of the story: if you can't beat them, fist them.
All right. That's it for this week's episode. Okay, thanks. Bye. All right, Tariq. So, not speaking ill of the dead, right? So I.
Oh boy, great way to come right off of the what. Yeah.
Right. So, I recently decided to rewatch the award-winning, industry-changing documentary "Super Size Me," done by Morgan.
Oh
Spur.
yeah. Hey, secretly, honestly, hey, Coinky Dink. I was Molly and I have been getting into a YouTube channel that's just been
Spurlock?
sharing like cursed '90s commercials, and I gotta say, yeah, there's some really great things about like the Super Size Me era of like McDonald's.
Right. Here's the thing about that Super Size Me documentary, right? There's a lot of crazy things about that. Ignore the fact that that guy was just lying throughout the entire documentary because he was
ignore the alcoholism going on.
Right, ignoring that, right? But so and besides the fact that this was filmed in like the early 2000s, you know, right? Back when back whenever you did B-roll footage of like a gas station, they'd show you like $1.49 gas. I was like, man, we used to have it good, you know, right? Boy, that's really fucking weird, you know, right? But did you know who appears in that documentary back then?
I would assume Jared from Subway.
Yeah, that is right. Yep.
Fun fact, actually, like really going back into that that documentary, I think I did it for like high school or something. I did definitely have like a full ass, like I watched it to be like a thing about like, because I had to watch documentaries for some reason. Mm-hmm. It's like I watched that documentary, what's it called? An Inconvenient Truth, and the one about Enron. I watched all three of those, like, as some kind of, like, summer, like homework project.
Yeah, sure,
and
right.
So it's like, yeah, no, I know, like, if Jared from Subway is in there, it sounds about the right time.
Right. Like, it was just so fucking weird how I was watching, and it just cuts to Jared Fogle, right?
So it was Jared Fogle. It actually was Jared Fogle.
Yeah. Convicted pedophile, right? It was just really weird. Also did not help that when they cut to him, he was at a school event, you know, and there's children in the background.
Things age poorly.
And look, hindsight 2020, but it was just really fucking weird to see him in that documentary. You know, like, I was fine. You know, like, because that's one of the big things that came out about the Super Size Me documentary, right? Besides the fact that it quote-unquote caused McDonald's to get rid of their Super Size Me option, right? Like, the main takeaway is that guy was just drinking, thought that, even though he was telling his doctor, no, doctor, I was not drinking at any moment, you know? You don't see footage of me drinking in that documentary, you know? Right? So thought that, I just kept thinking in the background, man, this guy is secretly drinking right after every single one of these McDonald's Super Size Me meal, you know, right? And then it just fucking cuts to Jared Fogle talking about, yeah, hey, I was on a health check. I was like, man, this is really fucking weird, you know, right? I was like,
I mean, maybe, look, Gwyneth Paltrow, Goop, all of them have been, like, trying to find, like, the secret to youth and everything. Maybe it was always in child diddling.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Right, because that's one of the biggest takeaways for because one of the biggest, like, I guess, memorable moment in that documentary is like the scene where he has like all those kids look at photos of like figures in history, right? You know what the same time, right? As like George Washington, Jesus, you know, and but none of the kids were like, I don't know who that is. Hey, this is a state sponsored. This is a state school, you know. We can't learn about religion in this school, you know. But George Washington, man, but Ronald McDonald, I know who that is, you know, right? But yeah, yes, I just decided to watch that just for the ones because it's free on YouTube, by the way, because companies just at this point just stop caring about people.
Yeah. I think it was free on YouTube when I fucking found it, like in 2010 or whatever.
All right, was it officially the official? Or was it like an illegal bootleg upload? You know, because I think it's officially.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, it was hard times back in 2010 or whatever.
But yeah, because the documentary is now officially free for you to watch on YouTube. Because I realized, all right, because I guess the company was like, all right, we got all the We got all the possible ad revenue of this thing. But I'll just throw this shit on YouTube, you know, right? Should we put a disclaimer in the front talking about, hey, this document might feature a convicted child pedophile, you know, right? Or this documentary might actually just be false documentations, you know, right? But ignoring that, you know, but yeah, just watching that documentary, they just randomly cutting to Jared Fogle just took me out of it. You know, like everything else at that point, I was fine with. You know, like the early 2000 errors, like, all right, yeah, man, life was good back then. Then Jared Fogle's okay, never mind, man. And maybe the early 2000 was not where it was at, you know, right? Yeah, you know, maybe there was still bad stuff in like the early 2000 that people just decided to ignore, you know, right? You know, right?
Yeah.
Right. Look, this early 2000, people still back then. People thought The Apprentice was the coolest show ever. You know, right? You know, like they're like, oh man,
hey,
funny.
Fire.
Oh man, what a funny meme. You know, right? Well, people that'll be Donald Trump's legacy right
There's
there.
no
you
way
know?
he'd ever. Why would? I mean, he's funny, but like, we're never gonna give him like power or anything.
You know, yeah. But that's just why I just want to go. That's just been a thing singing at the back of my head. You know, right? Ever since I decided to rewatch Super Size Me, you know, right? So, hey, thanks, Jared Fogle, for ruining that documentary for me, you know, right? You know, that's where I draw the line with you, you know, right?
To be fair, thing that ruins it for me is, Morgan Spurlock fucking painfully, debilitatingly, like, alcoholic during this entire time.
Right, yeah. But yeah, that's what ended up what happened to me. I don't know, it just happened to me like a few months ago when I was rewatching that documentary, right? And it was just really, really weird. Right.
Yeah. It's it turns out that sometimes things are bad, actually.
Mm-hmm. Right.